We're eager to talk with you about anything that matters to you. There is no subject that is off limits. You will notice a perfect unfolding. You'll also notice that sometimes people will be called to the hot seat who will verbalize what you want to know about even more clearly than you could, and very high probability that you'll hear better if you're sitting out there than if you're sitting here. Sometimes the hot seat's hot. In any event, whether you come forward, whether you verbalize or not, we want you to know that who you are and what you want is known fully by us, and that we will answer what you are about completely. So just relax and expect that whatever it is that you are wondering about, we will talk about it. And your work is to do your best to get into the receptive mode, which just means chill out, relax a little bit, trust in your own goodness and in your own well-being, and just allow yourself to receive the vibrational impetus that this is all about. Much more is going on in this room here today than words. There's a vibrational conversation that's happening, and there is something very important that we want you to know. Your source knows everything that you desire and where you stand in proximity to it, and knows the path of least resistance to get you to the fullness of what you're asking for. We want you to understand that that path of least resistance, which could better be called the path of most allowance, but we call it the path of least resistance because there is resistance that you and only you put on your physical path. In other words, the resistance that is there, you've put it there, every bit of it, and it's okay. It's all right that you've put it there. It's even natural that you've put it there. It's part of the time-space reality that you live in. We just want you to know that with all the resistance that you've put on your path, your inner being knows where that resistance is and how to call you around it. And that, dear hearts, is why it takes you sometimes longer than you think it should to get to where you want to be. You could go directly there, but we're sort of going over and under and around and through the resistance that you've laid around. And that's okay. We just want you to relax and trust that you're always going to get to where you want to be. No exceptions. You are always going to get there. Sometimes you have to croak to do it. That's not a bad thing. That's a good thing. Or sometimes you can achieve a vibrational pattern of thought. You can get into a place of positive expectation. You can get to the place where you know that things are always working out for you, because things are always working out for you. We want you, by the end of this conversation, to have a fuller understanding of this non-physical energy that is pouring to you and through you. The angels, if you want to call it there, the benefactor, all of those like us, all of your dearly departed, who are aware of you, who are intimately aware of you, who know where you are, who know what you're thinking about, and who are thinking about what you're thinking about while you're thinking about it. Thinking about what you're thinking about while you're thinking about it. Think about that. We are thinking about what you're thinking about while you're thinking about it. And your emotion lets you know how you're thinking about it in relationship to how we're thinking about it. You can tell.